Today I'm going to fix this Sony smart TV. Uh, so this is the model number KD60X 6700D. It is a 4K smart TV. So the issue is, let me show you. Okay, I turn on the TV. What happened? Actually, okay, if I turn on the TV, you can see the standby light. It's green. And now it is start blinking in red color. So when turn on the TV using the remote, it turn on, but the screen is black, nothing on the screen. Then start blinking the standby red LED. So that means there's an issue. So I'm going to figure out the issue. So first of all, what I'm going to do, if this is due to software issue, maybe we can fix that without removing the TV by doing a reset. So to reset the TV, what I do, I turn off the TV, then here we can see the power button in the back side of the TV. So the middle one is the power button. So what I'm going to do, I already turned off the main power. Now so the middle one is the power button, so I'm going to press and hold this power button around 20 seconds. Okay, now release the power button. Then again check. Turn on the TV and turn on the power. Still no differences. You can see the red LED is blinking, no anything on the screen. So now I'm going to turn off the light in the room and see whether I can see any dark image on the screen. Okay, turn on the TV. See, now I can see a very dark Sony logo in the middle of the screen. In here I can see, I'm not sure whether you can see. Let's try it again. Turn on. Now look at in here. See, the Sony logo is appear here. It's a very dark. I think in video you can't see it, but I can see it. There's a small, the very dark Sony logo is displaying in the middle of the screen. Then it's going to this the red light blinking state. So now I'm going to count the, first I will turn on the light. Now I'm going to count the blink. Now starting on 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Again repeating. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That means it has 6 times blinking code. So now I'm going to Google it and find what is the error code. This LED blink pattern indicate about the error. So I'm going to Google it and find what is the error. Okay, now I Google it, Sony Bravia KDL blinking code. The KDL means the series. So I found this table. See the 6 times. This is the pattern we see in the TV, 6 times blinking. So the issue is in the backlight. So this is most probably the backlight issue. So possible locations: main board, power supply board, or inverter. That means actually the main root cause is backlight, but the main board control the backlight. So maybe it is in the main board, the issue in the main board, or power supply, because the power supply supply the power to the LED backlight inverter board. So the inverter board drive the LED backlight. So that is why it indicate these 3 modules. So now I'm guessing my TV issue is in the backlight, and we saw that when we turn on, we can quickly see the Sony logo. It's a very dark. So that means it try to power on the backlight and suddenly detect the issue and turn off the TV. Now I'm going to remove the back cover and find the issue, whether it is in the power supply, main board, or inverter circuit, or in the backlight LED backlight strip. So I will remove the back cover and figure out the issue. Now I removed the back cover, and so you can see this is the power board, and this is the LED backlight connector, and this is the main board, and this is the decon board. So in here, this is the main board power connector. So you can see the voltages and pin connection here in this side. The first one is BL on, backlight on, then the dim and the ground and 12 volt and P power supply on, PS on mean the power supply on, then 5 volt SB mean standby. So I'm going to measure the voltage and try to understand the issue. So actually I don't want to measure this standby 5 volt because we already know the standby voltage is working, because that is why we see the standby light here. In here, when we turn on the TV, we can see the LED blinking. Now according to the LED blink code, we are guessing the issue is in the backlight. So I'm going to measure this backlight on voltage, because for some reason, if there's a fault in the main board, that backlight on signal does not come here. The result is the inverter circuit for the LED backlight will not turn on, then it will detect as a error, and that's why TV is going to blinking state. So I'm going to measure the voltage now. Actually I want to measure the backlight on voltage. So I'm going to connect this ground pin into chassis in here. Now I'm going to measure the voltage here. Can turn on the TV and measure the voltage. The first pin from this corner, this one, so this one backlight on, the first pin, this one. Okay, now see the voltage here. Now I'm going to turn on the TV. Okay, I turn on the main power. Now I'm going to turn on the TV using the remote. Okay, now TV is turned on. See, the backlight voltage is 3.3. So the backlight turn on signal coming from the main board, now it's 0. Now it is getting the 3.3 again. So that means it's trying again. Now it has become 0. Now let's see whether it's restarting. Yes, again restarting. It's 3.3 again. And again 0. So that means the main board is trying to turn on the backlight time to time. Now it seems it is continuously 0. Now if you look at the standby light, you can see now it is blinking in red color. It is red color. Now it is blinking. So the voltage is 0 now. So that means when we turn on the TV, it try few times to turn on the LED backlight, then it detect an error, then turn off the TV and continue with the LED blinking like this. So actually I don't want to measure the voltage. Okay, let me measure the 12 volt main board supply. I will turn off the TV again. Then the pin is for 1, 2 in from this side, standby, power supply on, ground 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 and 5 is 12 volt line. This 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, this orange color too. So I'm going to measure this voltage in here. Now I'm going to turn on the TV, stand on, turn on the TV. Now you can see the voltage is 12 volt, still 12 volt. I think now it's still trying to turn on the backlight, so you can still see the 12 volt. Still you can see the backlight, the standby light, the bulb is in green color. In here, I'm not sure whether you can see, it is green color. So now it's going down the 12 volt. Now you can see the standby light in here is blinking in red color. You can see it here. So now it is 0. Now it detect the error and completely stop the main power and the backlight, turn on signal and everything. So now it is in the LED blinking state. You can see the red LED 6 times blinking. So the issue is in maybe in this LED driver circuit or in the LED backlight, the LED array in this panel. So I'm going to check some component in here, rectifiers and MOSFET and capacitors. I'm going to roughly test that because it is difficult to test everything in here. There is a IC, the chip in the back side of this PCB for the LED driver, and it is difficult to check everything. So I'm going to roughly check the rectifiers and MOSFET and the capacitors here. Then if I can't find any issue, I'm guessing the issue in this LED backlight array. So I'm going to remove the screen and check all the individual LEDs in the LED strip to find out the issue. Okay, now I removed the power supply and I check all the component here, this rectifier and these jumpers and this MOSFET, and there's a MOSFET here, so and this small diode. So I check everything roughly using the multimeter for short circuit or disconnection, but I can't find any issues. But we can't check this IC, and I roughly tested these capacitors, these smoothing capacitors as well. They are not short circuit and it is working. So basically I can't find any issues in here, noticeable issues. So I'm going to fix this power board back into the TV and going to remove the back panel and check all the individual LEDs in the LED array in the backlight. Okay, now I removed the screen and you can see the LED strip. All in this TV, all the strip are connected series, so all the LEDs are in series. So in this panel it is little bit difficult to remove this button lock. So what I did, without removing this paper, I make small holes here and test the LEDs like this using the multimeter in diode checking range. So you can see I make a small hole in here, it's damage, small damage here like this, and here. Now you can see the LED is turning on. If I turn off the flashlight in the video, you can see it clear now. See, it's turning on. So like that way I check all LEDs. This one also good, this one also good. So I already check all the LEDs here. All the LEDs are good, no any damage LED, but these two, actually you can see I make a jumper for testing because I already found the issue. Now I'm going to show you what is the issue. So these two LEDs I mark it as fault, so only those LEDs I can see it is in blue color. So it is blue color. This one also blue color, but other LEDs in the same line, if we check, it's white. This one is white, this one is blue, and this one is blue, and this one is white. So these two are not completely damaged, but they are blue color, so it is actually damaged, in some level of damage. So what I did, so all other LEDs are pure white color and no any damage LED. These two also not damaged, but they are blue color. So I thought these are the fault LED, and it has some issues, therefore it's drawing low current. Then the LED driver circuit detect this low current and turn off the backlight driver circuit completely, and display the LED blinking to indicate there's an error. So what I did, before replacing this diode, I just short circuit this path using this wire. Then what happened, now I'm going to resolder that jumper. So I'm going to short circuit this LED because all the LEDs are connected as series in this panel, so there is no huge impact on removing these two LEDs. So I'm going to make this jumper again back. I already tested this and it is working. Now I'm going to make this jumper again. Okay, now these LEDs are short circuit. Now I'm going to check the TV. In here you can see in the LED backlight it has only two wires, so all the LEDs are series, so through these two wires. When I'm checking the LEDs, I'm always removing this cable because it has charge capacitor and it is dangerous. So it's connected. Then I make that jumper. Now I'm going to turn on the TV. See the standby light, it's green. See, now the backlight is working. So the issues in these two LEDs, they are not completely damaged, but they are blue color. So I assume that they are weak and they cannot hold more current. So that is why the protection circuit detect that fault and turn off all the LED, the complete LED driver circuit. So that is the fault. So now what I'm going to do, I don't want to keep this jumper. I'm removing this jumper and removing these two LEDs and replacing two LEDs from this LED strip. These are also I removed from a Sony TV, 17-inch Sony TV. So I'm going to cut these two LEDs and install here and fix the issue. Okay, now I replaced these two LEDs, and let's turn on the TV and see. Yes, now it is working. So you can see the gap, LED gap between these two LEDs is lower than others. It doesn't matter. So now I'm going to fix this LCD and see how it works. Now I fix the reflector boards, the white board on top of this LED strip, and let's see whether we can see any dark areas or patches in here because of the new LED replacement. Let's turn on. See, we can't see any considerable differences, so all good. So I'm going to fix the LCD and check the TV. Okay, now I fixed the LCD screen back, and I'm going to test it now. Yes, now it is working. So I can't see any difference in this area which we removed the replace the LED. Okay, now it's working. So the issue was in that two LEDs in the backlight LED array, and it is not completely damaged, but those two LEDs are weak, so that is why we see the blue color light. So in some TVs, especially Samsung TVs, I notice even the LEDs are emitting blue color, still the TV works. But in this Sony TV, that two blue color LEDs, due to that bad LEDs, it enabled the protection circuit, so it shut down the TV and blinked the red LED 6 times. So that indicate that there is an issue in the backlight. So I fixed the issue.